You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rodrance for Black and White Sports. The NFL has got a serious issue. The NFL and the NFLPA, the Players Association, DeMaurice Smith, the executive director, the head over there, and Roger Goodell, the commissioner, have a issue on their hands. And I said last week, I made a video, Montez Sweat of the Redskins came out and said, don't push the vaccine on me. Then the highest profile athlete in the NFL came out thus far. Sam Darnold, an actual starting quarterback in the NFL, came out and said, I'm not ready to get vaccinated. I don't know. I don't know if it's right for me, okay? And look, I believe that these players should be able to make that decision on their own. And what these players are upset about is the NFLPA seems to not be consulting players about these issues involving whether or not they can be vaccinated, the restrictions that are put on them if they choose not to be vaccinated, etc., etc. Two more players have come out and spoken out against it. And I said in those videos, the NFL is getting close to having a player revolt on its hands involving these vaccinations. And they're going to have a real issue involving these vaccinations. People are not wanting to be told whether or not to put a syringe in their arm. You're getting a little too close into people's personal bubbles then. Make sure you go over, check out blackandwhitenetwork.com. Exclusive content over there. Yesterday, we tackled Juneteenth, as it is now a federal holiday, and John Matrix dropped some real knowledge around that holiday. That probably the mainstream media doesn't want to come out and say, like some actual history around it. We also talked about a lot of politics on there yesterday, and that video was 41 minutes long. It was a joint video, also exclusive live streams over there as well. So go over and check that out. Now we have two players, Joe Mixon, and this is from Florio, both articles, who is probably beside himself right now. Florio is a Corona bro. He is going nuts. He thinks everybody and their mama and their babies ought to be vaccinated. It doesn't matter. He bangs the drum for it, and he has been virtue signaling over the bug for quite some time. Florio is one of the original Corona bros that Clay Travis was always talking about. Joe Mixon sounds off on the union's role involving the bug's restrictions for unvaccinated players. It's ridiculous that I got to say the bug. The NFL Players Association has managed to prevent the league from mandating COVID vaccinations. The NFLPA also secured the ability of unvaccinated players to get paid if they miss games due to the bug's infection. That's apparently not enough. Bengals running back Joe Mixon, a hell of a good little running back, has complained about the restrictions that will apply to unvaccinated players in 2021. Quote, the NFLPA is not for the players. They act like they represent us, and they clearly show us different time and time again. Mixon tweeted on Wednesday. Mixon also said, quote, this is who y'all players want to be led by along with. I thought football was a team sport. It's clearly being individualized by beliefs. And he, by the way, he come out and was like, in another quote, he was like, who voted on this? Now Cole Beasley, wide receiver, former Cowboy, current Buffalo Bill. Cole Beasley calls the NFLPA a joke over the bug rules. Anyone who follows the NFL closely already knew which way the wind was blowing. Players who, for the most part, don't follow the sport like fans and media do have only recently learned that the rules for vaccinated and unvaccinated players will be very different in 2021. The players who don't intend to get vaccinated don't like it. On Wednesday, Bengals running back Joe Mixon sounded off. On Thursday, Bills receiver Cole Beasley chimed in, calling the NFL Players Association a joke via a string of tweets expressing his displeasure with lingering restrictions for players who don't get vaccinated. Quote, "This is crazy. Did they vote on this? ? I stay in a hotel. We still have meetings. We will be all together. Vaccinated players can go out the hotel and bring COVID back in to where I am. So what does it matter if I stay in a hotel now? 100% immune with vaccination? No." For starters, the players did vote on this indirectly. They elect team representatives and executive members. Those individuals are approved these rules. Quote, "The Players Association is a joke," Beasley said. "Call it something different. It's not for the players. Everyone gives me the 98% of people who are vaccinated don't get COVID again. The odds of me getting in the NFL and playing for 10 years are lower than that, and I'm here. I completely understand why the NFL is doing this," Beasley said. "It gives them back the freedom to make money, the most money as possible, again, if everyone is vaccinated. But will anyone fight for the players or nah?" Or nah, bro. "I don't know who I need to talk to, but someone has to get this right. That's why I'm here. Hopefully the right people will see it and at least think about how all this NFLPA stuff works. It needs to be changed." So, look, that's telling you right there. I said we're getting close to a player revolt, and these players are pissed over this vaccine. Again, that was one of the things involving this bug this whole time when it came to mask, et cetera, where you can go, where you can't go. Now employers are getting all involved. Look, I know people that are personally affected right now that have been told, you've got to be vaccinated to come back to the office. I'm in Texas. It is utterly ridiculous that they are doing this to people. And he's got a point. Look, these players can't go out, but these players can. But yet they're all getting together in the weight room, in meetings, coming into contact with each other. That's been the deal about this bug the whole time. Nothing's consistent. Nothing's concise. One hand doesn't know what the other hand's doing. We have found out there's now other things involving the bug, and people don't like their personal freedoms. They don't like to be told what to cover their face with, what to be injected with. Okay, that's just a thing. That's just a thing, and these players are voicing that opinion. His own general manager came out and made some comments a while back about the fact that, look, the Bills would look to possibly release players that didn't want to get vaccinated. Now, I can tell you, Josh Allen has heavily insinuated that he's not getting vaccinated. Whether or not he has, I don't know. But he had insinuated that at one time. Are you going to cut Josh Allen? And the other thing is, the NFL hit back and said, oh no, you won't be cutting players. But I will give Mike Florio credit for one thing, and he brought it up. If you are a guy that's the 52nd or 53rd player on the active roster, and you don't want to get vaccinated, but yet two of your players on your practice squad are vaccinated, who's just going to randomly get cut and not be told the reason, and the vaccinated player gets elevated to the active squad? Think about that, okay? In other words, if you think these teams won't end up cutting players over vaccinations, they absolutely will. They're just not going to say it out loud. Tell me what you think, black and white sports fans. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.